Dear ones, do not fear what you are feeling or what is coming. There is a depth of transformation that is actually unique in the journey that you've been in so far. A very deep digging inward to uproot the old so that the new can merge with it and transform its forgotten self to the light. This will be happening on personal and global levels. And yes, it has been happening all along, yet there is a new level of digging that is possible now because of the depth of the willingness of your hearts to awaken to the love you are. So please continue to hold your higher perspective. There is never anything wrong. It is all the transformation of consciousness from what was to where you are going, which is closer and closer to the reality you are. This is the most important guidance that we can give you at this time. So each time you have a disturbance rise within or you see something from the outside, remember it is in a process of transformation towards its wholeness. There is no degeneration taking place, and there is no one or experience that is left out of this great birthing that you are in. The grand butterfly within each person will awaken and rise when they are no longer wanting to hide, when they are done with their hiding. And the hiding from one's true nature and one's true vibrancy is purely a conditioned experience from the times that you have lived through. Remember, it is in your hands to make the inner shift. This does not mean a heavy responsibility or duty. It means a beautiful cosmic empowerment. And you are not alone ever. Always ask for help. For we, your spirit guides, and so many more hands of grace, the unseen hands of grace, are available at any time. You simply need to ask. We bring you all love and all blessings, beloved children of the light. Hi friends. I hope that this transmission serves your awakening to love. I just want to talk a little bit about a couple of the points because, you know, the angelic realm are always so poetic, which makes it a transmission, which makes it beautiful, which makes it multidimensional, because the words of an angelic transmission are always with them and always coming from them. So you could listen to that transmission 25 years from now, and because it's alive, it will speak to you in the place that you are at that time, 25 years from now, and create transformation of consciousness for you if you wish to go there. That's the nature of an angelic transmission, of a higher realm transmission, especially from the angels, which is what I specialize in. I'm not so sure if the galactic have the same frequency, but it definitely from the angelic realm. So each word is poetic in its nature because it allows for many dimensional realities to come through it. I just want to speak about what I receive from this transmission on an immediate level, that there is just on very personal and very global levels, there's going to be like a deeper digging of, you know, those places that in a way we don't really want to see, and we've done our own inner work to actually get away from for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. Now we're ready. We're ready to look into the deeper fears and to dispel their power, to dispel their power, really, like take the spell out of it, that it actually has power over us. That fear, something that is actually as small as fear in comparison to the infinite love of the universe, has power over us. That's a spell, that's a spell of the time. And the angelic never speak about us and them. It's a natural evolution of consciousness. Our sleepiness was natural. It leads to this greater awakening. And just know they're really emphasizing to keep the overview, no matter what you're experiencing on a personal level, no matter how deep things might be coming up, or say you feel like you really missed something or made a mistake, or whatever your patterns may be, whatever the triggers are for you that really set you off, sense of loss, sense of abandonment, not good enough, whatever, we all have our versions. Catch yourself before you run off into that some kind of reality that now you need to kind of fix in some way, that you need to repair and you need to redo. That's not the truth. The truth is it's rising simply for you to have a good look at it. There, oh yeah, now I understand why I did this, I did that, all these things happened. You don't need to investigate it too long, you don't need to focus on it too much, but it'll give you an understanding which will actually be a wisdom for you that you can share with others. So there's value in everything. There's nothing that lacks value. So look at it long enough to get that aha, and then let it, and then recognize, and you are rising now because Source creation is loving me even more than ever before, and I am allowing that love in even more than ever before. And so it's bringing this up, this tension, this limitation to be released through me. Really do not go into any other interpretation of it. And then when you can do that for yourself, when you can look around at what's starting to take place on the collective, on the global level, same idea, no matter what. The love of source creation, the light is getting in there at a deeper level. It's bringing things up so that those situations, those individuals, whatever it may be, can make a new choice around those patternings and to let go of the splintered ideas of who they are. This is the key. It's really always the key, but they're saying like now more than ever. And then as we really master this way of being around our psychology and our reality, because psychology, as we know, is changing dramatically. What we used to think was healing and therapy has shifted completely once we start to understand things out of the cycle of personal patterning and into the idea of karmic imprints. It's a totally different understanding. But this is the way we want to look at reality, so that we can open to our multidimensional self, so that we can switch the timelines. So when we're living in the memory body, which everybody has some of until they are completely enlightened, when we're living in the memory body, we're living in a past timeline. And then even in our kind of present state, we agree to certain timelines. We are shifting timelines by shifting who we are. And when we start to truly understand that in a deep embodied way, then we're stepping into the light body. You may have heard of this through yogic teachings. The light body is an infinite body of wisdom, truth, and love. And it really has no limitation. This is where we're going. We're going there together, step by step, and the communities that we have are so important. The connections that we have on things like YouTube are so important. We really want to stay in touch with each other. And with the wisdoms, the uploads, the downloads that are waking up in different people at different times, we are coming into the one and the many, out of that old, top-down paradigm to the empowerment of all. And the empowerment of all means that there is a significance, a power, an importance in the empowerment of each and every person. They have something to offer, whether they are the simple street cleaner or whether they're doing something, very fancy. It has something to offer. Just to really sum it up, in essence, what they're saying is no matter what comes up in you that might feel the opposite to what you think that awakening should feel like, and we all have these ideas and most of them are wrong. I know my biggest awakenings, I know from other people that I've spoken to, are basically almost the opposite to what we project into it from the old paradigm conditioning, but yet it's the most incredible experience ever. So anything that's coming up, no matter how far away from where you think that it should be, it's all okay. And anything you're seeing around you, it's all okay. It is all part of a deeper, perhaps in your own personal case, hiding, perhaps it's something that you've been aware of but just haven't been able to access, aspect of density that's being broken up by being brought to the surface. And then for the human being, what happens when it gets brought to the surface is that we then have the opportunity to use that incredible God-given empowerment of choice. And the choice is the thing that allows us that radiant relationship with life. So just no matter what it is, it's all okay. No matter what it is, it's coming up as part of the process of your forward evolution. There is no failure, there is no backward, there is no sense of loss. Even if it seems like you're losing something, it's part of your forward growth. They're really, really, I wouldn't say urging us, because that's almost a fear-based word, isn't it? But inviting us to look at things in the way they really are, to get real about reality. I bring you so much, sending you so much love and so much gratitude for who you are, and thank you so much for tuning into the channel. It is a complete joy to be able to share in this way, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments if there's any questions or just things that you'd like to share. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're interested in a personal session with the angelic realm, you can do it as an oracle level of asking personal questions. You can also decide to go into the deeper journey of the core soul story, which is becoming aware of what your core primary karmic pattern is, and also what your soul's gift is, and then working with the angelic realm to clear the old and truly empower the new. I'll put the link below for my website, and sending you so much love.